Hi guys, welcome back. I was going to go out today and get some supplies for doing some tank maintenance, but typical British weather, and it's blowing a gale and it's lashing down, so that ain't going to be for me because I don't drive and I don't particularly walk that fast either, so no, I'll be wetter than my fish, so that's out of the question. So I thought I'd just jump on and have a little chat and explain what the channel's going to be about. Um, you'll have to get used to me saying because I say it in everyday life, so it's not as if it's because I'm being recorded. I think I've just got a brain delay. So I wanted to start the channel. Mostly it was to do with my hobby, my fish, because I am a proper fish nerd and obsessed with lizards as well. So wet pets and scaly pets are the ones for me. This is mostly due to a few years ago I lost my dog, which was Bob. She was my best friend for 13 years, and I thought I've always been one for pets, but I could never replace her. Maybe in time, I don't know. A few times I've thought about getting a rescue dog, but I can't do it. I feel like I'm betraying her. And I've got her ashes in my bedroom, and she was a madam in life. She ruled my life, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. I absolutely adored that dog. She was a little Shih Tzu, and she was a little, if you get me, she was a little madam. And she was 13 when I lost her, so it was unlucky for me. And today, Friday the 13th, so anything that will go wrong, anything that can go wrong will go wrong for me in life. But I try my best to battle it, and I do win it. I do win a lot of the time. As I say, it's about my fish and my lizards and my everyday life, really, from leaving my job with the NHS a few years ago. I worked for the NHS for 13 years, looking after newborn babies and their mums, and I loved the job. It was the best job ever. Unfortunately, my health suffered, but I also suffered with anxiety and depression, which a lot of it was added to by a lot of bullying in the job by senior staff and a lot of staff that were equal pegging with me, if you like. They just seemed to think they were better. Once my health started to deteriorate, I didn't have the will to fight back, to be honest. And it got to the point where I couldn't perform the job to my abilities, and I had to retire from it. And I'm now currently on, well, long-term sick, if you like, and I am getting better day by day. Positive steps, tiny steps. Yeah, I do a lot of things to try and occupy my time, and YouTube is my latest venture. This is only like my 5th video. Well, this is like the longest one I'll have done. Probably coming up to it about now. The rest of them I thought they were really long. It felt like I was filming E.T. or something like that. But no, I felt like I was talking for ages, and then it said, your short will be uploaded now. Short? My mouth's dried up. Well, I can't talk anymore. But obviously, that's going to come with what's the word? That's going to come with experience and practice, and this is practice, really. There's another aim for you. If you please don't think you're going to get a prize for how many aims you can, because you won't. Look, see, now I've pointed it out. Every other word will be so let's see how far I go without saying it. Back to the conversation. I nearly said it then. No. See, I'm determined to do this video without pausing, without starting again. This is the 3rd time I've stopped the video and started again. So I'm up to 4 minutes 50 seconds now, so that's really good. So annoying. So annoying. So annoying. Right. And again, Please bear with me. I am a bag of nerves. I need a haircut. That's why I keep putting my hood up. That was another plan today. I need the side of my hair shaven because I just look like a misfit. Yeah, I look like a misfit at the best of times, to be honest, but that sounds really good being on camera at the moment. I'm not going to look any different really. It's only the sides are going to be shaved and my hair will be curly because I've got it tied up because of the Great British weather. As I say, it's howling a gale out there, and I went out the other day and I came back looking like a Wookiee. I actually used to have the nickname Chewbacca when I was a kid from my brother. That was when we were friends, obviously, and he actually liked me when he called me Chewbacca of Star Wars. I thought that was a compliment because he was being nice, but that's another story. So hopefully with this channel I'm going to share my journey with my mental health issues and different health issues I have. Since COVID, I have suffered. I developed diabetes after having the COVID jab. Oh, excuse me, my hands are a bit twisting. Sorry. I developed diabetes. I become a diabetic too, if that makes sense. And I developed really low thyroid problem. A lot of people say the jabs caused issues, but looking at my medical records, it all makes sense. I do suffer with severe sleep apnea, which was a bad issue towards the end in work. I actually couldn't sit down without falling asleep. I was having severe falls at home when I lived with my partner. That was one of the main issues that we split up. It was just got too much. I wasn't living, I was just existing, and my partner put up with so much. But I think the best thing that ever happened was us splitting up, because I had to get my game back. Basically, I was homeless for a while, and then I got rehomed. And that's this place now. This is just a housing association flat on Merseyside in the UK. Don't know why you need to know that, to be honest, but I think I'm just trying to bump the content up in my video. I hope I'm not too boring you and you haven't fell asleep yet. I haven't fell asleep actually yet, which is good for me, because if it ever goes blank and you hear a strange noise, I fell asleep, because the apnea can be quite bad at times. When I first finished my job, I basically took to just lying on the couch watching YouTube. I am a YouTube fanatic, and I think YouTube saved my life, to be honest. I got into the fish hobby. I've always been into fishing. I've fished since I was a child. Used to go with my dad and my mum. Being by water is my calm place, my tranquility, my safe place. I like, when I need mind space, I'll go and sit by water. I don't mean sit by the bath or by the sink or anything like that. Obviously, I'll go out, and there's a few places around here where I can go and sit by a lake or a pond, or take my fishing rods. That was a problem for a while because of the sleep apnea, because I wasn't actually safe being on my own. But now I am managing it, and I am starting to get some sleep. So my Apple Watch tells me. Sorry about the there. I was doing so well then, I think. I can't wear the sleep apnea mask because I'm claustrophobic from trauma when I was a child. So the sleep apnea clinic won't offer me any help until I can combat that fear. I've tried all kinds. I've tried counselling, therapies. The only thing I haven't tried is hypnotherapy, but unfortunately you can't get that on the NHS, I don't think, and I actually can't afford it, to be honest. It's not the top of my priorities when you have bills to pay. I also suffer. What do I also suffer? Suffer fools gladly. No, seriously, yeah, the sleep apnea was bad. So many falls. I had to go for a scan once at the hospital, and the actual radiographer was asking me, was I in an abusive relationship, because I was full of bruises from getting out of bed and falling, or falling out of bed. I used to sleep sitting on the side of the bed because I was terrified of lying down, because I think I've got the fear of dying in my sleep. It's horrific. Now I still have panic attacks quite badly. Going to sleep, I always fear that I'm gonna, excuse me, just have to swap hands. I always think that I'm gonna die in my sleep. I mean, eventually it could happen, but as I say, at the moment, I can't think about that. That's just something, because I'll have to turn the phone off because I won't be able to think about it. Sorry. Yeah, back to it. Try not to think about that. Yeah. So, sorry, just bear with me for a little minute while I get my head around that. Yeah, the falls were bad. Falling asleep in work. I used to go into theatre with the new mums when they were having caesarean sections, and one time I fell asleep, and I was supposed to be keeping an eye on the new baby in case of any issues, and it was the worst moment of my life. The dad woke me up and asked me, was I okay? And that was just my turning point then. I thought, there's no way I can do this. You know, people were laughing at first, but when you think about it, it's serious. It's a serious problem, and people don't understand. It's all right laughing, but it's humiliating to get to my age and feel like you're being laughed at for something you take pride in. Oh well, anyway, I'll have to move on from that as well, because I don't want to relive too much when I'm just giving you an idea what this channel's about. It's me dealing with everyday life, and how I have beat bullies, not just in work, in life, lack of confidence, even going back to when I was a child. You know, things weren't easy. I can't really go into it at the moment because I don't know whether this video will ever reach my brother, because I haven't seen my brother for 7 years, and he's my only family. He's got family. He's got a wife and 3 kids, and he's got a grandson. But if this ever reaches him, I don't want him to think I'm thinking bad. But there were bad things when I was a kid, and it could be jealousy on my part, I don't know. But he was the blue-eyed boy. And even up until, he was the blue-eyed boy, basically. Maybe as I get more confidence in the channel, and I'll be able to explain more about how traumas shape me. Literally shape me. And that's an ongoing battle as well, which I am winning at the moment, so woohoo! Right, that's the end of my video for today. I hope it makes sense, and when I watch it back, it probably won't. But thanks for watching anyway. I do appreciate it, really do. I find it hard looking at the camera and smiling, because I keep thinking, you look like a div, but it's something I'm going to have to get used to, that I'm actually talking to a person. And hopefully you stick to the end of the video. I'm not going to say it's going to get better, but if you stick to the end, and if you like what you hear, possibly like and subscribe. I've got 2 subscribers, and I think I've had 1 like in 4 videos. And I think that's amazing. I really do. I can't believe one of my short reels, whatever you call it, has had over 800 views. No likes, but people have actually watched it, and that's just bonkers for me. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.